The Bournemouth University logo is shown, followed by the text, "Realising I have an eating disorder." Landscape video with text overlaid. Text read out by speaker 1.
You don't think that you've got one, it's not something you want to admit to yourself. But the day that I did was the day that things could start to change.
Susie's mum speaks to camera.
Susie'd been doing running and she'd been doing really well, and we'd been enjoying the fact she was getting really good at it. But she reached a point where she was going out on runs,
Shot of Susie and her mum sat in the park.
almost physically and mentally collapsing, and then getting really angry and sobbing at the side of the road. And
Susie and her mum walking next to a lake.
I realised that actually her mood had changed. She was getting very angry and rather irrational.
I was aware that Rosie had decided to change
Various shots of Rosie and mum in public places. Rosie's mum speaking.
her lifestyle, so she decided to eat more healthily and take up exercise. But as the months went by, it became apparent that it was getting out of control, and Rosie was becoming more rigid in her behaviour and in her thought patterns.
Self-harm and eating disorders weren't recognised when I was
Speaker 2 talks off camera.
11, and I was very young. I think people didn't expect you to have problems at that age.
Speaker 3 stood on a beach talking.
When I first heard the word anorexia involving me, it didn't even occur to me. I thought it was a
Speaker 3 talks off camera.
young girl illness where all you had to do was eat food and you'd be fine.
Shot of Speaker 3 walking down the beach, followed by Speaker 2's mother.
The signs are so hard to see early on, I think.
She became quite manipulative,
Rosie's mum speaking with cut shots of the beach.
very secretive and quite defensive when I tried to challenge it.
Susie's mum sat on a sofa. Susie talks to camera.
It can be very deceiving, and you're trying to deceive other people, so you're deceiving yourself.
Speaker 1 talks to camera.
Part of me thought it was normal, and then it just takes a little step back.
Shot of Speaker 1 looking off camera.
And it was that mirror moment that was like the click, that was the drop.
Speaker 2 sat outside a church with her mum.
When Mum, and I remember it really distinctly, just looked me in the eyes and said that she couldn't determine whether I lived or died.
Speaker 2 talks off camera.
At that point, I could see that it was completely my responsibility.
A shot of Rosie and her mum chatting.
When I wasn't in school and I couldn't do anything, I couldn't meet up with anyone, I realised I had to make a change. Otherwise it was going to be my life for I don't know how long.
Shot of the beach followed by Speaker 3 talking off camera.
I kind of possess some kind of belief in myself that I could actually get over it because of a lot of my story with anorexia. It was just trying to cope with it without ever really believing in myself that that life could be any different.
Speaker 2 sat chatting with her mum on a bench, followed by Speaker 2 talking off camera.
The sooner you can talk to someone, the better. I think that it's not something you can do on your own, but there are people out there who really care and will get alongside you. They can't do it for you, but they will walk alongside you each step of the way.
Speaker 1 talks to camera.
Believe in yourself, you can do something, because no one can help you if you don't want them to help you.
Susie's mum talks to camera while Susie smiles.
We learnt things that we didn't know, so I didn't know
A shot of Susie and her mum sat on a bench.
that the reason Susie was so irrational was because her brain had shrunk. And I think when we got into the eating disorder service and we had some of the symptoms explained a bit better, it actually helped Susie and it helped me to understand
A shot of family of ducks crossing the road.
some of her behaviour she couldn't actually help.
It is difficult.
Rosie's mum talking off camera, followed by cut shots of Rosie and her mum.
It does get worse before it gets better, but if you arm yourself with as much support and information as you can, then you're helping yourself and then you're helping your child at the same time.
Speaker 1 talks to camera.
It's only you that can do it. So you just have to be strong and you just have to keep going, and you have bad days and you just need to keep strong, keep going.
A cut shot of Speaker 1 laughing.
Just taking each minute, hour, day as it comes,
A shot of Speaker 2 and her mum walking off into the distance.
and keep going, even if it feels worse before it gets better. It's really worth it. It's really worth it to recover, and life can be really fun when you kind of start to accept yourself.
Dorset Healthcare University NHS Foundation Trust logo, followed by their Twitter link @Dorset Health and their web address www.dorsethealthcare.nhs.uk. The logo Health Watch Dorset, your local health and care watchdog, is shown on screen, with the Facebook link Health Watch Dorset, Twitter @HWatch Dorset, and the web address www.healthwatchdorset.co.uk. The logo Beating Eating Disorders is shown, with the Facebook link Beating Eating Disorders, Twitter @Beated, and the web address www.b-eat.co.uk. The Time to Change logo is shown. We're supporting Time to Change. Let's end mental health discrimination. Followed by Facebook Time to Change, Twitter @Time to Change, and the web address www.time-to-change.org.uk. The Bournemouth University logo is shown with the text. If you would like to find out more about the dignity, diversity and equality work at Bournemouth University, please contact Dr. James Palfman Kay, Equality and Diversity Advisor. Email diversity@bournemouth.ac.uk. Facebook, Equality and Diversity at BU. Twitter, @equality@BU. Web, www.bournemouth.ac.uk/diversity. The Dorset Creative logo is shown on Fade to Black.